The first game of our doubleheader tonight is an Eastern Conference showdown between the Knicks and the Sixers. And friends, that gets us to our opening tip. The Knicks, they will have their work cut out for them as Joel Embiid, he's been on a tear. 15 straight games with 30 points, and he's trending toward his third straight scoring title as well, averaging a league-best 34.8 points per game. And the Sixers, they are the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference entering tonight's action. 5 of their next 6 games, they're at home, and they are at least a 60% favorite in each of their next 10 games, according to ESPN Analytics, as we say hello to our ESPN2 audience as well. All right, so let's dive into the Sixers a bit more. There is no question, right? The Sixers, they're an upper echelon team alongside the Bucks, but it feels like, right, the Celtics are at the top, and then there's everybody else, Perk. So what can the Sixers do to catch them?
Trust the process. Trust the process. As bad as I want to come on here and say, make a big trade, get Pascal Siakam, the 76ers are just fine. It's about health when it comes to the postseason with Joel Embiid. He could be the best player in any series against anybody. Tyrese Maxey is going to continue to grow, and I get it. We look at the others, and they may not be steak and shrimp, but damn it, they chickens and waffles, and they are still good. When you look at DeAnthony Melton, when you look at Nicholas Batum, Patrick Beverley being that veteran leader in the locker room, and that damn Nick Nurse, a championship caliber coach. Just continue to trust the process throughout this season.
Perk just finished his plate at Fixins. That's why we're talking about chicken and waffles.
Delicious.
But I was thinking of a different way to say trust the process, and I'm going to say stick the landing, because they've been consistent. They played 33 games, and what do they have right now? They came into the season with a lot of questions, and now Joel Embiid and his play has put an exclamation mark on this, exclamation mark on this team, leading the league in points a game. Then you have the candidate for most improved in Tyrese Maxey. You're looking at yourself at third in the East. Stick the landing. If you're able to continue at this pace through the end of the season, you put yourself in a position where you have options. Like, you don't have to go out there and go get another big superstar. You can get a compliment because you have pieces that really make a great team.
Yeah, so as part of the sticking the landing will be to add to this roster. If you look at the other teams in the competition for the East or even for the title, you look at a team like Boston, they've made their moves. You look at Milwaukee, they've made their moves. The Clippers, they've made their moves. Denver's made their moves. Even Minnesota made their moves. Philly has all kinds of options with their roster. Over $100 million in expiring contracts, a whole plethora of draft picks that they can trade, and a general manager who's an expert at making big in-season deals. This team can add multiple players in potentially multiple trades between now and the trade deadline, and that makes them the most upwardly mobile team in the whole NBA, in my view.
And I think for Philly, they bought themselves some time now with Tyrese Maxey's development, the arrival of Nick Nurse, and how that's been received with that group. And so if there's not a big deal for them at the trade deadline, and there may not be any real stars available, as Brian said, they can have max cap space this summer. They can use that in a trade, free agency, see who becomes available. And if it's not there in the summer, they could re-sign Tobias Harris to a 1-year deal potentially and wait and kind of kick the can down the road. But they have, I think, a couple of star players guys would like to play with. They have the picks to go out from the Harden deal to go out and be able to improve this team. But Maxey's development and his arrival as a star in this league, it takes some of the pressure off about Joel Embiid feeling, hey, it's all or nothing this year. It isn't. There's a runway in the future with a 23-year-old emerging All-NBA guard for Joel Embiid.
Right, because as you mentioned earlier on SportsCenter, it feels like Joel Embiid, as long as he sees that's potential, that is what's most important for the Philadelphia 76ers.